Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today we're going to do, I think it's part 4 of our Cricut tutorials. And today we're going to concentrate on uploading files and how to take like some wording off of a file, so separate it all out, take some wording out, regroup, slice some things, and add some writing on the side. So we're going to do all that. This is a card that I made for my hubby, and I know it's after Valentine's Day when you're seeing this, but it wasn't when I actually. So that's what we're going to work on today. It's another one of our Cricut tutorials. I hope you'll stay with us, and hopefully you will learn a little bit of something from our video. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is open up your Cricut Design Space, and this is the one that is now on your desktop, and you'll notice that it says beta version. So that means they're still testing on it, still working on it. So just be patient. Hopefully they will get any kind of kinks or anything like that fixed soon, I hope. I've not really had any major problems with it so far. Everything has worked. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a card, and I'm going to show you how to upload files and do some attaching and that kind of thing. This helped me more than anything when I watch somebody actually create something. So I hope it helps you as much as it did me. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my computer. I'm going to go back to my desktop, and then I am going to click on cuttable SVG files. This is svgdesigns.com. That is where I get most of my images. Go ahead and log in. You just have to set up an email and a password to log in to get any of these designs. A lot of them are free. Every now and then you'll see one that might cost you a little bit. But as you can see, some of them are $1.50, that kind of thing. But if you go right here to the top, you can do free SVGs, and you see you've got tons and tons of things that are absolutely free that cost you nothing. I did this little ladybug the other day. I really liked that. And then look at this. Isn't that cute? Rudolph. But they have lots and lots of pages of these in here. I think, let's see. I don't really like owls, but I think that right there is cute, even though it does say Hooters. Let's see. See, it's already 8 pages, and I'm sure it's more than that. So let's go and find something that we kind of like that I wanted to do today. I think I want to do my husband a Valentine card. I didn't buy him one, and I gave a lot of the Valentine cards that I had away to my grandchildren so that they could use them for their teachers. I like this little scooter right here. Now, I have no clue what tie-a-mo. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to do this scooter, but I'm going to take that off. It all comes together, but I think we can just take that off. So items in cart, and then if you go back up here to the top, you'll see your cart, and then you'll see you can either add it to your favorites and save it for later, or you can go ahead and proceed to checkout. Now checkout, you see it's going to cost me nothing. It just has to go through this process for their files, I'm sure. So go ahead and do checkout, and then it says no payment required. Place my order. And then it asks me to download here, print receipt, whatever. I am going to go ahead and download it here. Now, it also sends you an email that has a download on it too. So if you don't want to download it right this minute, you can just go to your email and do it from there later. I'm going to go ahead and download it from here. Now, I've already downloaded this once, as you can see. I had to see if it was actually going to work. So download item, click that, and then right here it's going to ask you what format you want that in. And I want it in an SVG since I'm going to upload it into my Cricut. So click on SVG and then download. Now it comes up on your screen huge, as you can see. That's fine, don't worry about that at all. Now I'm just going to go back down here, click back on my Cricut, go over to upload. I am going to upload image, And then I'm going to browse my computer, and it's going to be, you could have named this, I'm sure, but I just left it what it was, the little file name that it had on it. It had a file name on there. And usually it's the very top one in your downloads. So I know it's that one right there. I'm going to open that up. And there we go. Now go ahead and name this something that you will kind of remember. So if you start looking for it later, you'll know where it is. So Scooter Valentine Hearts. And then just click Save. And there it is. Just click on that till it's got the green around it. And then you're just going to go Insert Image. And you'll see this image is going to come in humongous. See, it's like 5,381. I'm just going to go 6.5. I'm just going to make it smaller that way. And then I can adjust the size of it later on. Now, since this has layers, if you look over here to the right, you'll see that it has many different layers. So I can't just slice this off with all of these layers on here. So I'm going to have to ungroup this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here while it's highlighted. I'm going to go over here while it's highlighted, and I'm going to do ungroup. Now it's going to pull all of these different colors apart. And when you get down to, you just see one color showing there. You can see that's the last one. Nothing else will separate. Then I'm going to grab a shape, and I'm just going to grab that diamond right there. And I'm going to make sure that shape is over that word. And then I'm going to hold down my Shift key and click on that other. Click on one of these other pieces right here. And then my slice is highlighted now, so I can slice that out. So we'll just take that away. There we go. Now, I'm going to put these pieces back together. You can't do undo at this point, because if you do, you're going to get that sliced part back. But since these are going to cut out different colors, I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to group them back together as best I can. That looks pretty good. Except my hearts are a little bit out of frame there. There we go. Alright, and now I am going to select all. So that's selected all of them. And then I'm going to go back up to the right, and I'm going to go group. So that's just grouped everything back together so that I can size all of it at one time. Now to make our card, we're going to click on Shapes again. Now you can go to the templates if you want to and pull a card. I don't want to do that. I just pull up a shape. And I'm going to do a 5x7 card. I want it 7 wide. I'm going to unclick that little lock there so that I can make it odd size. There we go. So now it's 5x7. I'm going to make it red. Okay. Then I am going to do another shape. Do another square. I'm going to click that little lock there to unlock it. And I'm just going to eyeball it and look at and see where I want to put this. It's going to be a layer here. I'm going to make this white. And then I'm going to bring my little scooter on top of that. Whoops, on top of it again. Move forward. Alright, so we're going to need to make this a little bit wider. And I think we can make this a little larger, maybe. There we go. And then I am going to grab another shape, another square, unlock it, and then I'm going to change the color to white, drag it over here, and I'm going to make it the same size. Now how I can make them the same size, click on this one and you can see my, click on this white one and you can see my height is 4.819. So all I need to do is click on that one and on my height do 4.819. And that will make both of them the same identical height. Now to make this one wide enough, I'm going to put it that way. I'm going to make this one a little bit wider. There we go. Now I see that my scooter, some of the little wheels and things are out of line. I'm not going to worry about that because like I said, these are going to cut out different colors, so it's not going to matter. I'm going to be piecing it together anyway. Okay, I like the looks of those. Now I need a little strip, so I'm going to do another square, unlock it, and then I just need a thin black line to resemble like a little road, maybe. There we go. Let's make sure that is black. Looks kind of gray. I'm going to make it black. Alright, we got that. Then I'm going to put a text up here, and we're just going to say, what are we going to say? Let's scoot through. Let's put the through down below. Life. Let's scoot through life together. I like that. Okay. Oops. Didn't want to highlight everything. I'll drag this up. I want to unlock, and then I'm just going to kind of size it down a little bit. I'm going to redo the font, so I'm not really going to worry about exactly what size it is right now. I'm going to go to a different font. Wait, first I want to highlight this, and I want to go to writing. There we go. And then I can see that I'm going to have to make it shorter. So you just drag and size it around like you want it. Alright. That looks about right there. I want to change my font. Let's see. Do I want to change my font? Oh, I like that font better. Okay, so all I did was I made sure it was highlighted, and then I clicked up here on fonts and I chose a child's year. I like that. Let's scoop it back together. There's that. Okay, now I want this to write on this card right here. So what I need to do is, while that writing is highlighted, hold my shift key down and then click that box, the white box, and then go down here and click attach. Now that is going to make this right on top of that white card, and everything else I'm going to leave as is. Let's see, we got our little road here, got our scooter there. Okay, so everything else looks good. So I like that. Let's go up and click on make it. Now you can see this is going to do about 6 different mats. So if you don't want to do that with it cutting all of these different mats or having to use all these different mats, you can just do cancel and go back and do color sync, which is up in your right corner. Now this one is a silver. We want to kind of leave that as is because I do want that little light and that seat to be silver. This one is black, which is the little road that I've got there. And then this one should be black as well. I don't know why it's looking not black, but, and then this is the card, it's red, and this should be the same color red. So we're just going to do that. You just drag them up to the color that you want them to be. These are white, and that's what color we want those to be. And then this little part, that little piece right back there is kind of a burgundy. So that's fine. I'm going to leave them. That's going to save me a little bit of time and a few mats. Now, you could drag all these together if you wanted to and just put pieces of this scrap paper on the same mat and cut them that way. I do when it's a smaller project, but this is kind of a bigger project, so I'm going to leave it as is. It's not going to be, I can still use my scraps. I'll just have to change my mat. So it's not that big a deal to me, but if you want to drag them all to the same color, and then just remember where you need to put your colors of paper on your mats, then you can do that too. So we click on Make It. And then here you can make some different decisions. If you want to make more than one of these cards, you can just click, 4, 5, 6, whatever, and make different ones. I'm just going to make one. And then your mat size, you have an option to do your mat size. And I'm just going to leave mine at 12 by 12. And see, it's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to do 5 mats, and that's not a biggie to me. So, because it'll prompt you to change your mats each time. So it's not a big deal. So I'm going to continue. Now here, even though it's already got my Cricut Explorer named up here, it's asking me to choose it again. So I'm just going to choose the Air Bluetooth. That's what I'm cutting it on. So, which I've got a few different Bluetooth things hooked up to my computer. If you don't have anything but your Cricut hooked up on Bluetooth, then that's all it's going to pull. I'm doing a medium weight cardstock. That's good. So I'm just going to click on that. Default pressure. If you want more pressure, if you're using a really thick cardstock or whatever, you can just click here and do more pressure or less depending on what cardstock you use. For medium weight, I just use the regular default. And then here it's telling you to load tools and material. So it's telling you to load a pen, which I just left mine at the color that it chose for me, and it shows midnight blue, but you can put any pen in there. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put black in mine. And then it's telling you to load your fine tip blade, which is mine's already in there, and then load your mat. So I'm going to go ahead and put my paper on here, go ahead and get this cut out, and then we will come back and put this card together. We're going to go ahead and assemble this little card. I've got all my pieces, I think, here. So I am going to put this together, and then we'll see what it looks like. Now, I forgot to tell you when I was at the design space, this is just a card front. You know how I make card fronts. I don't make the complete card. But if you want the complete card, then you can just double the size, either this way or this way, whichever way you want it to open. If you want it to open the top like that, just double this and put you a score line in there, and you've got a whole card. I'm bad about just making card fronts, and then when I get ready to need a card, all I have to do is just put it on a card base. So sometimes I like to just do that. They're a lot easier to store than the whole card put together. So let's go ahead and assemble our little scooter. And the only thing that I didn't like about this little image, and it's not a big deal, but a lot of them have a background where it's just a solid background, and you can use that when you start putting your little pieces together, and it kind of helps you sort them out. This one didn't have one. It's not a big deal, but it helps me when I start piecing everything together. But I think we can get it maybe. Oh, I put it a little bit too far over this way, but we're going to go with it now that I've got it on there. I should have scooted it that way a little bit. And let's see. Oh well. That'll be alright. You get the gist of this anyway. That's why the little background is neat, because you can lay it down and then just put your pieces on top of it. Seems to work a little bit better for me. It's like a silhouette of the image, and it kind of helps you piece everything together. Now some of these are some tiny little pieces, and I may get them a little bit off, but we're just gonna go with it since I've already started. Not gonna worry about it. It's not a biggie. My hubby won't care. He won't know if it's right or wrong anyway. Okay, there we go. We've got it put together, and even though it's a little bit too far this way, we're just gonna go with it. I think since I did get it a little bit high, I'm just gonna cut this little black road off right here. See, sometimes you have to do some adjusting when you put it together a little bit wrong. So I'm just gonna cut this little road off right there and then put this down. And now I'm just going to use my black pen to draw some lines to these hearts. It did try to cut out the lines, but they were just a little bit too thin. So just drawing some lines to this from the handlebars, and then I'm just putting a little bow up there at the top. Like that. There we go. So got some little bows up there. And I think on the top of these little things right here, I'm going to put some of these little silver pieces of bling. I didn't particularly like how that cut out, so I'm just going to use some little silver pieces of bling on there. There we go. I like the looks of that better. And I don't really like how my little road turned out, so I just went back and cut a little wider piece, and I'm just going to put it on top of that. I just didn't like the looks of that. So we can go back and straighten it up, and I'm not worried about it going over part of that little G right there, because you still can tell what it's all about, so that's not a concern. And then I'm going to trim this right here off. Yeah, I think that looks better. I like that better with it going all the way across like we had originally intended. So that's all that we're going to do to this card. This is, like I said, a card front. I can just put this right on the card base and it's ready to give out. Alright guys, that is the tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click on this playlist right up here at the top and you can check out some more of our videos. Also over here on my face, you can click on that and subscribe to our channel. We would appreciate that. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this type video, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.